Viewers, if we take a look at the recent history of Burkina Faso, we see a nation that has been suffering for decades from instability, poverty, and a lack of basic facilities. This is a country where the sun rises every day, but the electric bulb in homes rarely ever lights up. There are schools, but no fans, hospitals, but no ventilators, because there is simply no electricity. More than 70% of Burkina Faso's population is still deprived of this basic necessity. In urban areas, electricity might come for a few hours occasionally, but in rural areas, people consider electricity a dream. Crops are destroyed due to the lack of water. Businesses collapse, and the youth are forced to leave the country. When night falls, darkness does not only cover homes, it shadows their dreams as well. But this is not all. The biggest impact of electricity shortages is on the economy. Small industries in Burkina Faso have come to a halt. Factories are shut down, and farmers use petrol-powered pumps to irrigate their fields, which are not only expensive, but also unreliable. The country has almost no alternative energy sources. Whatever little electricity is available is either generated through diesel generators or bought at high prices from neighboring countries. In this critical situation, Ibrahim Traoré not only identified the problems, but also found their solutions. He said, "When we have the sun, the wind, and water, why are we dependent on others? When we have passion, faith, and the spirit of sacrifice, why are we enslaved?" This was the mindset that gave birth to the Grand Burkina Water and Power Dam. Viewers, this is not just a typical infrastructure project. It is a mission to save lives. Because where there is no electricity, there isn't just darkness. There is also despair, poverty, and ignorance. To eliminate the darkness, Ibrahim Traoré stepped into the field. He gathered a few of the most capable young experts in energy, water, and defense. In the beginning, the project was named Project X. Its files were kept secret, the plans were transferred only by hand, and meetings were always held at night behind closed doors. No one knew what great dream Ibrahim was bringing to life. In the first phase, he sent environmental, geographical, and water technology experts to different parts of the African desert so they could research where a dam could be built that would provide maximum benefit with minimum resources. After several months of investigation, it was determined that in the northern region of Burkina Faso, there existed a naturally deep and low-lying area where, if water were collected, not only could a safe but also a sustainable reservoir be built. During this time, Ibrahim gave the project a new name, New River of Freedom, because this project wasn't just about generating electricity, it was a symbol of Burkina Faso's independence, self-reliance, and dignity. Ibrahim knew that as soon as the world learned about this project, many powerful countries and organizations would try to stop it, because a self-sufficient African nation would be seen as a threat, especially one capable of managing its own water and energy resources. That's why, in its initial stages, the project was classified as a national defense secret. The construction blueprints were stored in military bases, and the land designated for the dam was declared a strategic security zone by the government. Only special forces were granted access to the area. According to the experts, the dam is 1,600 meters long and 160 meters high, as tall as a 50-story building, and so long that the eye grows tired, but the end is still not in sight. This is not an ordinary dam. It is a roller-compacted concrete gravity dam, the same advanced construction technique used in some of the world's strongest and most durable dams. The reservoir being created behind this dam has the capacity to store 60 billion cubic meters of water. To give you a comparison, that's enough water to continuously supply the entire country of Burkina Faso for several years. Additionally, 12 state-of-the-art French turbines are being installed inside the dam. These turbines will generate approximately 5,000 megawatts of electricity annually, more than twice the current total power output of Burkina Faso. This means that now homes, factories, schools, and hospitals will all have light, and not just any light, but affordable, sustainable electricity produced within the country. All the turbines are being installed across two power stations, one on the left side of the dam and the other on the right. The idea behind this is that if one side needs maintenance, electricity supply can continue uninterrupted from the other. This dual system will ensure a reliable, continuous energy supply for the entire nation. But it's not just about electricity. This dam will act like oxygen for the country's agriculture, industry, and exports. When electricity is cheap and stable, factories run day and night, farmers can irrigate their lands freely, and new industries emerge. Another remarkable feature of this dam is the smart water management system being integrated into it. Through this system, the flow, temperature, and pressure of the water will be monitored automatically, minimizing human intervention and virtually eliminating the chances of error. Viewers, let us also tell you, electricity may bring light, but it also brings life. The real key lies in water, and the tragedy of Burkina Faso has been that its farmers have always looked to the sky, praying for rain. When the rains didn't come on time, crops burned, and when they did come, they arrived as storms and washed the fields away. But now, with Ibrahim Traoré's Grand Dam, this cycle is set to be broken. This is not just a dam, it is the foundation for new canals, waterways, and a modern irrigation system. To distribute the dam's water in an organized way across the entire country, the government has launched the Green River Project. Under this project, millions of hectares of barren land will be made cultivable. Lands that once produced nothing but sand for years will now grow wheat, rice, vegetables, and fruits. To ensure efficient water use, the government has introduced modern drip irrigation and smart sprinkler systems so that more crops can be grown with less water. This is the same technology used in countries like Israel, but now even the desert here will benefit from this progress. Viewers, this initiative is not just about greening the land, it's about restoring the dignity of the farmer. The government has announced that every registered farmer will receive subsidized seeds, fertilizers, and solar-powered water pumps. The day is not far when Burkina Faso will not only be self-sufficient in food, but will also become a food-exporting nation. And perhaps most importantly, when water reaches the fields, rural migration will stop. Young people won't leave their villages anymore. They'll stay and work in their own fields. Unemployment will decrease, poverty will decline, and food prices will remain stable. Alongside this, the government has also announced the establishment of agricultural training centers where farmers will be taught modern techniques, so that they're no longer just traditional growers, but agricultural experts. So that time is not far when the green flag of Burkina Faso will wave proudly across every field. When the world will no longer see Africa as needy, but as hardworking and self-respecting. Viewers, this wasn't just the story of a dam, it was the realization of a dream, the struggle of a nation, and the passion of a leader. A leader who may have come to power with a gun, but who won the nation's heart through vision, service, and sacrifice. And now the question is for you. Do you believe Ibrahim Traoré's project will truly transform Burkina Faso? Will it prove to the world that Africa is not dependent, but independent? Or is it just a hopeful illusion that time will quietly fade away? Do let us know in the comments, because your thoughts and your voice are also a part of this struggle. And if you want us to keep bringing you real and unseen stories from Africa, the Islamic world, and the forgotten corners of the globe, subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, and don't forget to share this video. Because viewers, where there is darkness, light only comes when someone asks a question, someone dares to dream, and someone becomes a voice.